Now, while attending the Gurukul program, when we learned about the importance of data, the importance of having real data actually, we started making some changes. For example, we got our all inventory was before that inventory was all manual. We got it all on the system, on the software, and I was started setting monthly targets for my team. Before that, we were making profit and loss only at the end of the year. The data was also a bit manipulated as per the tax requirements. So now during the Gurukul, what we did, I started keeping track of real data. We were making profit and loss statements every month, keeping a track of it to see where we are standing. Before that, I was paying more attention only on the sales part of the business, sales and purchase, and we were not doing anything with planning. To extract and organize the data that I was having. While filling out the worksheets, we had to fill all the numbers. So getting all that numbers from my software, that was easy for me. It was not a big task, but I would say I was being negligent about it. That's why I was not doing it before that. But the major difference that made was it gave me a clear picture of what is actually happening in my business, where I am. It gave a major realization about all the mistakes that we were committing. Actually start making a process of how to achieve all the targets, how to reduce the costs and all that, whatever we want to achieve in my business. After the program or during the program, when I had personal meetings with Vishal sir, the first thing we decided about reducing the interest cost. For the first time, I negotiated with my bank, I negotiated with my supplier for the interest cost, which I was not doing that. So I got a benefit about say 1.5%. Now the next step after that, which I took, was I cleared off the credit limit, which we had been using for the last around 15-20 years. That interest cost was eating a lot of my profit. That was the major transformation that I would identify is, clearing off the whole credit limit, clearing off the channel finance, and now I don't have any credit facilities from the bank. I am dealing directly with my suppliers and we're making direct payments. The major learning, I would say, before that, usually what I see among businessmen and among my peers, we leave the finance part to our accountant and our chartered accountants, right?
Correct.
Most of the focus is on sales and purchases and also on collection, but it is not in an organized way. So the major realization or the habit, the small habit that I would say is every entrepreneur, every businessman should have a deep knowledge about his own finance, where his business is. And he should, although the work has to be done by the team, but then he should have access to the real data that is available, that is the financial data. We should make budgeting a habit, be it sales budget, collection budget, profit budget.
Right.
Everything should be planned in advance. We think of profit at the end of the year. After doing all the work, then we at the end of the year we try to take out how much profit have been made. And most of us don't have a real figure about that as well. But what needs to be done is you should have a periodical assessment of the profit and loss statement. I make it a habit to do it every month. You should use ratio analysis periodically to keep track of the performance of your business. It is really important to know every aspect of finance of your company. Most of the profit or most of the cost cutting can be achieved at the point of purchase only. If we make smart purchases, we can save a lot of cost. If I know my credit capacity, how much fund am I able to infuse in the market, I can plan my sales accordingly. I can control my expenses accordingly. These are the small things that will help us improve the finance. Now, if you don't know your ratio analysis, you don't know what is the average payment period that you are making, or the average collection period from your customers, you'll just keep running in a it's like you're running in a rat race. You don't even know where you're headed to and what are you getting out of it. Once you have all this data, even if you don't understand some of it, but then if you're willing to understand and you sit with your CA, and when your CA sees that you have all this data with you, he knows that he cannot fool you, and he cannot he'll pay more attention towards you. It's all about mindset. If you decide that you want to do it, it is very doable.